Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning at 10 o'clock Central Time. This is Trisha with Happy Home Designs, and I am going to be creating for you this morning. I posted a picture yesterday. A lot of you saw that. Some of you may not. That's okay. But I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do, and hopefully, this is going to turn out super cute. I think it will. If you can, as you hop on, if you will send me a message and let me know that you're here, I would appreciate it. And also, we're doing a volume check this morning, not using a microphone. So let me know how I sound, if you can hear me, or if you're having difficulty or not. Yeah, let me get, I know. Bear with me just 1 second. I need to text my mother and tell her that I'm live so she can watch. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday morning. Okay, did that. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday morning. Hope your day's off to a good start. Um, It looks gloomy outside, but I really don't know if it's cold or not. I can't hear you when you talk to me. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate that. That helps me tremendously. I don't know if that's going to be any better. Okay, I'm working on a new layout, so you just have to bear with me. That. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I appreciate you telling me you're here. Hey, Nancy. Glad to see you this morning. So this is what we're going to do. I picked up this heart. It's kind of a heart on, I don't know if you would, what look you would call this, but I got it at the Dollar Tree. I just needed the form of the heart. I don't care anything about any of this. It is strung up with some ribbons back here and some tape. I'm going to take all of that apart. I'm going to be using this piece of fabric that I've already cut to size. This is going to be my background for the heart. I also picked up a pack of, these are, I think they're 5-gallon paint stir sticks. Let me show you the pack. So it's a pack of 3 like this from Lowe's. They're 98 cents for a pack of 3. Yeah, 5-gallon paint sticks from Lowe's. Can't get the lighting right there. But there's a ruler on the back side, and then it's just plain on the front side. Well, I needed the thickness of the wood. I like that, but I did not need this little indented handle part. So I have cut them off about right there. So I cut off 2 of these. There you go. Now you can see. So I've got 2. I'm not going to be using the ruler side. I'm going to be using the plain side. I am also going to use scrapbook paper. This actually, most of this came out of a book of scrapbook paper that all matched. You can see I have 4 different sheets here. This one I purchased separately because I love the floral. You guys, a lot of you already know Valentine's Day, it comes and goes. It's one day a year. I don't normally decorate for it, but I've made a couple of projects, and I want them to look Valentine's-y, but not scream red and black and I love you and all of that. So that's why I'm going with this color palette. I'm actually going to hang this on my front door, but it is behind a glass door, so it can be protected from the elements because I'm going to be decoupaging with paper. So these are my papers I'm using. These 3 came out of a book, and the floral came from Hobby Lobby for probably $1 or 4 for $1. So I've got those. I've got plenty of matchy ribbons, and then I've also got my half round wood beads that I will be using as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to work on my heart first. I need to kind of deconstruct it. Hey, Mom. Hey, Betty Gill. Hey, Patsy. Thank you guys for joining us. So I'm going to cut everything off of this. And I kind of like the fact that it is separated pieces because each piece will be a different scrapbook paper. So I like that. It'll make it easy for me. But I also like the fact that when I'm going to glue it together, but I'm going to do it without the spacing in between, but it'll make it look like shiplap. So I think, you guys, I think I can just tear this. It's taped ribbon, and it doesn't make, I'm going to use the back side. Yeah. It doesn't make any difference to me that it tore some of that cardboard texture on the back because I'm actually decoupaging the back. So you're not going to see that at all. I think I can just tear it. Now that bottom one took a chunk out. I'll have to pull the whole thing off. Okay, so I've got all of my ribbon off. That's in the trash. It left some tape behind. I'll have to go back and pull it. Yay, Mom. Okay, so here's what we did different this morning with the volume. We actually unplugged the microphone. Evidently, my microphone was no good. And that was all the volume problems, maybe. We hope that was all the volume problems. Okay, so now I have my heart like this. I've just got the rough cardboard side. That's the side that I'm going to use. And one sheet of paper for each one of the slats. And I think I want to try and decide which order I want to do these in. This is like a peachish color polka dot. I think that will be my top slat. And I want this color. This is my favorite. I want this to be on the largest piece of the slats. That would be this one. And then I'm going to alternate the other peach color on this one. And then the tip of the heart will be the green. So, push them aside. I'm going to flip my paper over, flip my piece over. Hey, good morning, Anna. How are you and the boys this morning? I'm going to grab a pencil, and I'm just going to trace my piece on here. Makes it easier. I will also sand off any of the edges. And you'll see if you ever work with different products like from the Dollar Tree, it's not straight at all. So I will have some hang off that I need to sand. Cut this out. Okay, so it's going to go just like that. I'll decoupage that together in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and cut all of my pieces. Next is this one. Turn the paper over, turn my surface over. I didn't know if Saturday morning would be a good time for people to join a live or not. Now, a lot of times we're doing busy stuff. We're doing shopping, groceries, house chores, stuff like that. But I thought I would try it. I actually missed the last couple of days because I've had other things going on at night that make it difficult. So I'm going to try to make up for it on the weekend. Okay. Here is my second piece of my slat. I've got a lamp back there, you guys, for lighting. I know it's hard to see, but this is a two-tone peach polka dot. Okay, here is my biggest piece, that floral paper that I like. Hey, Amy. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. If you guys don't mind, if you can sprinkle along the video, I would truly appreciate that. Make sure that everybody has the opportunity to watch. I know most people who like crafty things also have friends who like crafty things. At least I do, I think. I really enjoy sitting and watching. There are several people that I follow um, that do crafty things, and I love it. Very peaceful. It's relaxing. I get some great ideas. Um, we all do things a little bit differently, but we can learn from each other. And that's a great thing about this crafty community. Okay, that's my next slat. One more. This is the large peach and kind of well, it's a two-tone peach polka dot. This will be the top of my heart. Now, this heart had a hole right here in the middle, and that is where the string went through to hang it with. I don't need that. Thank you, Anna, for sprinkling. I don't need that hole, so I'm just going to decoupage right over it. This one cut out. Maybe early on Saturday for some people to be online. Unfortunately, I've been up forever. I go to bed early and I get up super early. And Mark stays up late and he sleeps late. Okay, here's my last piece. So that's the top of my heart. So let me get some decoupage. You guys, today I'm buying new decoupage. I have to. Hey, Angie. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. I have to buy new decoupage. I've been almost out for months. Excuse me. This cough is still lingering. Especially when I talk too much or get hot. Okay, I hope I have enough to do this project. I'm going to have to be sparing to make sure I can get my decoupage on there. So decoupage is just watered down glue, like Elmer's glue. You could actually probably make your own. I am using an Aleene's brand, but Mod Podge is usually what I use. You can get them the small bottles for $1 a bottle like this size at the Dollar Tree of Mod Podge for $1 in real Mod Podge, not off brand. That's what I need to do is buy several of those to have on hand. Because if you don't use it quickly, it will dry up around the edges. Okay, and I'm just using a foam brush, paint it on, make sure that all of the area is covered, but you don't want it thick and gloppy in any one section because it will cause your paper to wrinkle. Get it off my hand. And then you just lay your paper right on. Just like that. Smooth it down. You've just glued it on. You've just Mod Podged it. Hey, Joan. Good morning. Okay. So that one's on good and tight. I'm going to let it dry. Move on to my favorite paper. Anybody who knows me knows that I love florals. I love blues. I love pastel-y colors. See, my Mod Podge is starting to dry, or my decoupage is starting to dry on the edges of my jar. You can tell because it's got a big clump trying to come off the top. Time to buy. That's one of those things that, hey Diane, good morning. It's one of those things that I know I need. And when I get to the store and I'm shopping for my supplies, I don't remember. I need to tell Alexa to add it to my list. Then maybe I can remember if it's on the list. Okay. You do have just a second to shift things when you lay it down, when you're Mod Podging or decoupaging. But if you let it stick too long, you can't raise it up without tearing your paper. Okay, rub that one out. And I can see this one, and I know you guys won't be able to, but I actually have a couple of bubbles popping up in this one. But I will let it dry good, and they'll settle down. Bubbles usually go away. Wrinkles will not. Okay. I think I have enough. I think I can get it all done. Thank you, Diane. I hope everybody's well today. Sickness maybe is dying down a little bit. That clumpy glue. So if you're just joining, what I'm making is actually a banner, not a garland banner, but a pennant banner. Nope, not a pennant either. You'll see. I'm actually going to mount this on a piece of fabric, and then I will put wood slats at the top and the bottom to hold the fabric, and it's going to go on my front door. Now, because I am using glue and paper, I would not want to put this on a door outside in the elements, because when it gets wet, damp, humid, it may actually cause the paper to peel up or to wrinkle up. Now, usually if you leave it alone, it'll settle back down when when the humidity goes away and it dries. But I don't want to take any chances. It is wintertime, so this will be behind my glass door. So I have a glass storm door, and this will be on the actual front door window. I'll take pictures later after I get it hung up. Okay. I am going to go live again today. I'm going to do 2 projects, and I may put a speed video in between those 2 projects. I'm not positive yet. But tonight's project, I think it will be later on this evening. I'm actually going to give it away. It'll be the last giveaway for January, or for a couple of weeks anyway. And I will be going back to today's video, any speed video I post today during the day, and tonight's video. And I will be putting everybody's name in who gives me comments on the videos, okay? Not necessarily sprinkles, but if you sprinkle and you say you sprinkled, that's a comment and that will count. And tonight's project will be a giveaway. Let's just say I've already kind of picked it out, and well, I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to say too much about it, but it's going to be super cute. It goes in the kitchen. It hangs in the kitchen. But it will be a really cute gift for somebody. But it is a sign, an actual decor sign. So I will be counting up all the comments from this video right now, the video I do tonight, as well as if I do a speed video today. All the comments on all of those, including the sprinkled comments, will go into a drawing for tonight's project, the kitchen sign. Okay, so I've got all of these done. They're pretty dry. It doesn't take very long. And I'm not going to be writing on them or painting on them, so I think I'm safe to go ahead and sand off my edges. I've got a sanding block, and I'm just going to go around the edge. And what this will do, it'll rough it up and it'll tear off any excess paper that hangs over the edge. Because I cut it to size, but nothing's ever exact. This is going to be super cute. I love the pastel colors. And I really think that when I hang this up, if I just want to leave it all the way through till maybe March when I get ready to decorate for Easter, I think that would be totally fine. It's not going to scream Valentine's Day, but it is a heart. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Hey, Amy. Thank you, Patsy, for sprinkling. Thanks, Mom. Hey, Heather, good morning. So make sure as you're joining, make sure you give me some comments. And that way I know that I can get you entered into the drawing that will be for tonight, the Saturday night project. That will be a giveaway. Okay, so that's on there. None of my edges lifted up. Trying to make sure I got it good. None of my edges lifted when I sanded, so that means it's glued down pretty good. It's pretty tight. There's my top portion. Let's do my favorite portion here. I just love that paper. I think it's so pretty. It's vintage looking. It's corals, peaches, blues, off-white flowers. It's super cute. This one's actually pretty even. Thank you for sprinkling, Mom. So I want to take a minute and explain why I ask for comments. And sprinkles are to get your people in your Facebook community engaged with my Facebook community. Hopefully they'll like my page. Hopefully they'll follow my page. I know there's a lot going on out there with people leaving Facebook, people not liking different things that are going on with Facebook, and I totally appreciate that. But this is my business format or my business platform right now, and I need to reach as many people as I possibly can. The reason I ask for comments is because it's all about, on Facebook, it's all about an algorithm. It's about who talks to me, who I talk back to, and if those comments are meaningful or they're relevant to the subject, then okay, I almost lost you guys. Then Facebook will actually show my stuff more to more people. And that's what I need. So that's why I need all these comments. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Jennifer, for sprinkling. Thank you for telling me so. So you guys are joining me during the foundation of my business, and I truly appreciate that. I know I have a lot of learning to do and a lot of growing to do. And it takes people like you who are willing to stick with me through all these learning processes, like not having my volume right, not having my lighting right. But I really appreciate each one of you being here and helping me you possibly can. These comments really do help. Okay, that's the third one. I think it looks pretty good. One more. This is the little tip of the heart. I like this color too. It's just a very, very muted meadow green. I don't know what I would call it. Getting just everywhere. But you can see how that extra paper just peels right off. Use a sanding block. Okay, so there's my tip. Let me clean up this mess a little bit. Got it all over my iPad. I'm actually going to fold it in because I need to use this piece of paper. Okay, all the sawdust is inside. Okay, so for right now, my heart is complete. Literally, my heart is complete. And my paper heart. So I'm turning this around so you guys can see. We'll space it out a little bit. So there it is. Isn't that cute? Can't really hold it up yet, but that will be super cute. It is going on this off-white background. Excuse me. I've already cut this to size. But for right now, I'm going to lay this aside, lay my fabric aside, and I'm going back to these paint stick rulers that I got from Lowe's. The back side is actually got the ruler markings on it. I'm not going to use that side. I'm going to use the front side or the plain side. Okay, and what I'm going to do is stain them. This is a gel stain from Minwax. I think the color is, trying to twist it without, aged oak is the color. So I've already got it stirred up. It's a gel. It's super thick. And let me put my gloves on first. I am going to wear a pair of gloves for this one because this particular stain does not come off easily. Thank you, Angie. Like my heart. And anyway, I have worship service tomorrow and I really don't want to go there with stained up hands. Okay, so got an old cloth that I'm going to use. I'm actually going to wipe it off of this, not waste this stick or the stain that's on this stick. But it's super thick. It's gel. And once you get it on, you literally just rub it on your surface. Get it on pretty thick. And then you just go back and dry it off. So I've got a bunch on my cloth. The thing about using gel stain is that you can put the stain on, you wipe the stain right off, and then you dry it, and then you're ready to go on with your project. So it's not like you have to wait days for it to dry. Okay, got that on there pretty good. Let me go to my next one. And I'm only going to do the front and the edges. I'm not going to do the whole back side. Well, I'll have to wipe it off some because the extra is seeping around. But the back is not going to show, but I guess I will have to go ahead and finish it because as I get it on the back, it's going to have to be wiped off. My ends. Okay, let me dry it. Flip this one in. So it just added a nice color. It looks finished, and it doesn't look like a paint stir stick from the local Lowe's. And I've got a couple of napkins over here that I'm going to make sure doubly good that they're good and dry. Okay, that's how easy that is. I have 2 pieces. They're ready to go. Take off my gloves. All the gel's on the inside. Fold up my cloth. I will use this again for the next project. And let me get a napkin here. Just going to make sure they're dry before I get my hands all over them. And they are. So look how easy that is to color something. It started out like this. I actually should have left my gloves on, come to think of it, because I was going to stain those round beads. Let's see. Trying to thank you guys. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, April. Hey, Mary Ellen, Anissa. Glad to see all of you guys. So I'm going to use some wood round beads on this too. Let me see how many I need real fast. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the gloves back on or not. So my heart is going to go on my piece of fabric. Okay. It's going to go like this. My wood is going to go at the top. It's going to make a banner to hang. And at the very bottom, like that. And then I will put a jute hanger on here. And I was thinking about putting some wood beads down the side. Just to add some decorative. I think I need about 10 beads. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this same pair of gloves back on. Move this stuff out of the way. I should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't. Or not ahead of time, but all at the same time. But I got sidetracked. Sorry, you guys. Thanks, Joan. I think it'll be super cute. Trying to get my hand back in the same glove without getting it everywhere. Of course, I took them off inside out. But the gel, because I used that towel and dried everything, it pretty much dried my gloves off too. Okay. Let me get my rag back out. This won't take, I need 10. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this won't take but a minute. But I do think they needed a little color on them to match the top and the bottom wood, and also so they'll stand out on the fabric. They won't be the same color as the fabric. So what's everybody else doing today? Who's doing something fun? Is it cold? I haven't even felt outside here in Middle Tennessee. I've been out in the garage, but not with the door up. But it's very gloomy. It's one of those days that does not make you want to jump up and down and run outside, for sure. Okay. This is going on super easy. I'm pretty much just using the stain that was already on the cloth. And I'm just rubbing it, and they dry at the same time. Hey, Aunt Carol. Is it freezing outside, Patsy? Like 30-degree freezing? Or like it's dreary and yucky and 45 degrees and we still don't like it? I'm going to tell you, when that snow was coming down here last night, I don't know who was out, but about 5 o'clock here in Shelbyville, it was snowing hard like crazy. And when it touched me, I was freezing. But when we look at the thermostat in the car, it said it was like 40 degrees. Oh, I'm glad you're watching, Paula. Oh, you're making a bow for your porch swingner? You'll have to put a picture up, Amy, of your snow. The snow porch swingner. You can probably get a picture in the comments, actually. Oh, 33. That's pretty cold, Anna. Look, when it approaches that actual freezing mark, I don't like it. Mark's got to get outside today and cut wood for crafting classes or for home decor classes. It's windy. Oh, you know what? I looked out the window. I can see everything blowing around, so it is windy for sure. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 10. 6, 7. Got that one extra. Now these wood beads, keep dropping it. They don't all, the whole thing doesn't take the stain the same. Like that one's got a really dark spot and then it's got a really light spot and they just don't absorb, but it's okay. They'll still look cute. Just kind of dresses it up a little bit. Okay, one more. I think you guys are really going to like this. And you know what? I'll even make you a deal. We're doing the drawing tonight after tonight's live. Remember, it's for um, all the comments, sprinkle comments, all of that. From this video, if I do a speed video later, and then also for tonight's video, tonight's live. So we're doing the contest is for all the comments, or the drawing for all the comments on all of those videos. So at least 2 videos, maybe 3 if I do a speed. And I said I would give away tonight's project, but then I realized some people may prefer this project. Now I really want this for my front porch or for my front door, but I can make another one of these. I've got everything I need, so I can make another one for myself. So if whoever wins tonight, the drawing, you can tell me if you'd rather have this project as the freebie, the giveaway, or if you'd rather have tonight's project when you see it. It's the kitchen sign. It's really going to be cute too. Okay, so here's my fabric. There's not a front side or a back side, and it's pretty wrinkled right now, but oh well. The wrinkles will fall out as the weight is on it and hanging. Hey, Marissa. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. And maybe one for you. Hey, Anna, I can make you one. Seriously, I've got everything I need to make. I can make 2 more right now, but I know the Dollar Tree still has these hearts, and that's the only thing I would have to go out and buy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm doing hot glue, okay? This is a hot glue project. So I'm going to glue this across the top, try to make it even. Try to use my measurements on my board. I'm going to put hot glue down here, glue this across the top, but then I know I will probably need to weight it on the back. So I do have some smaller paint stir sticks that I will use. Now, normally, well, actually, when I'm gluing wood to wood, I use hot wood glue, but never mind. Crazy thought. Get this right on there. Make sure it's kind of even. Mash it down good. Okay, now for the back, so here it is. For the back side, I'm just going to lay it over, and I've got 2 small paint stir sticks. I'm just going to glue another one on the back just to give it some extra stability. You want one too? Is this something I might need to make and sell? Because I can do that. Get rid of that extra glue. Okay, so I think I've made it pretty stable at the top. So this is what it looks like on the back, but I really don't care what the back looks like. Flip it around. Let me do the bottom. Hopefully I'm getting this even. Lots of glue. I want it to really stick. So you guys, this hot glue that I'm using, I am using the best that I know of. And it is Gorilla Glue hot glue. It holds better, I think, than any other hot glue. That's just my opinion. Well, I tell you what, I can't hear you. Mark's trying to talk to me, but here's the deal, you guys. I can't hear. So when I'm talking to you, all I can hear is like the loud chatter in my head, but that's fine because you guys are on video and often you can't talk words back to me anyway. But he comes in and he tries to whisper to me. I can't hear him when he talks full voice, let alone when he whispers. Oh my goodness, I did it backwards. That's your fault. Okay, I got to lift it fast. You guys, I just did this backwards. Okay, so you get to see. Okay, the glue had not, it's still warm. Saved myself. The glue was still warm. So what I did is I glued the back side to the front side. But because I'm using this Gorilla Glue and it's a high temp glue and a high temp gun, I can't even peel it up. I can do it before it. Most hot glue, before it dries, before it cools all the way, you can peel it up. Huh? Yeah. Some. What? Um, you know what? I've got a butter knife. He mentioned something to scrape it with. I was talking. Anna said, "Hey, Poppy." That was probably from Ryder. Okay, so what I did is I glued my back side to the front and my front side to the back. And look, this is good glue. I was just telling you guys how good the Gorilla Glue is. This is why I like Gorilla Glue, even though I just made a mess and I'm trying to fix it. But most hot glues, you would be able to flip it over and just peel it right off. But this is not going to be one of them. Some of it let me peel because it was not cool yet. But it's not going to show anyway. I was just trying to have less mess, less bumpiness. Okay, I can't get the rest of that off. Okay, let's start this again. This is the front side, so I need to make sure I glue this to the front side. Front, front. Okay. Try it again. The good thing is you're not going to see any of this. I just know that there's mess back there. Okay, now. There we go. Hey, you're always going to make a mistake when you're crafting. It doesn't matter if you have people watching you or not. But I'm glad that I caught it before it had time to actually hard really good. This one, this is the one that I had started peeling off as soon as I glued it down. Okay, this is the back side. And this is just for stability again. You guys didn't even laugh at me. You could send laughy faces if you wanted to. Hey, things happen. Okay. Now I can show you. So this is what I have. It is a little wrinkled, but it's okay. All right, this is going to be my top. And I'm going to take a piece of jute and make my hanger. Let's see if I can reach my staple gun. If you don't have a staple gun and you're doing something like this, it's okay. You can use hot glue. It's really not going to go anywhere. But I prefer a stapler if I've got one. So I'm literally just going to, this is my back side. Okay, here's the front, and I'm using it on the back. Lay it down where the back is showing. And this is going to be my hanger. I will staple it, and then I will tie a little knot at the end. Try to do it about the same place on each end. Okay. And then I'll just loop a little knot through. Jute is really pretty hard to untangle or to untie once you get it tied. So I'm basically just tying it around the staple that's holding it into the wood. Cut off my extra. Okay, so now we have a hanger. You guys, this is coming together really fast. Let me get my stuff out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna do my heart upside down so you guys can see. So this is the top. I'm gonna let the top fall off the edge of the table a little bit. Slide this so you can see. There's the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna leave a little extra space at the top. Let me get my heart laid on here. I'm gonna put a little gap in between each one of these pieces. Now I'm just gonna be honest. I usually don't measure. I eyeball everything. I'm usually pretty good at making sure that everything actually lining up. I'm going to slide it down just a tad because I'm going to put a bow at the top. Okay, so that's all my pieces. They're all in order. Here's my top. Here's my hanger. The bow is going to go right smack in the middle, so I just didn't want it to overlap on top. And I'm just going to flip them up, hot glue. Yes, Mother Joan. Joan told me to make sure I know the top from the bottom. Knowing the top from the bottom is only important in some circumstances. Marissa, it is not a canvas. It's actually just a piece of fabric. It's like a muslin that I bought by the yard at Hobby Lobby back before Christmas. I used it for some Christmas projects. So it's just a muslin. It's actually raveling on the sides a little bit, which I like that look. Here's my second piece. Good morning, Heather. So this, even though I had intended this to be for my front door, this will be super cute on any wall in your house. Look, if you don't have a spot and you want to decorate for Valentine's Day, take something else off the wall. Put this on the same nail that's already there. I need a new hot glue stick. Oh, not yet. Thought I did. Now I do. Okay, I have not talked to you guys again in the last few days about the Happy Home Creators Club that actually starts this month. I've got people signed up for the in-home classes. That is not actually a crafting class. It is a home decor class. We're going to make home decor pieces. Mash this down good. But I do have a live version, and I do a Facebook live version where I will teach the class online, and I'll ship all the materials to you. There is still availability if you would like to join the Facebook live version. It was supposed to be, the cutoff was supposed to be the 5th of the month. But if you would like to get in on the Facebook live where I ship all the materials to you, there is still availability for that. There will always be availability probably. And we will ship out all the materials to your house. And then you will go on Facebook in a private group and watch me create the item, and you can either follow along or you can create your item while watching the replay. Totally up to you. That is $40 a month. So if you're interested, go to Happy Home Designs TN, like for Tennessee.com, and click on the link for the Creators Club. Okay, so here's what I have, y'all. It is so cute, and I love that it's fabric because it actually gives in between each one of those. It's not this Thursday for the local club. It's the next. So it's only a week and a half away. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more things. I'm going to dress this up a little bit. I'm going to use the wood beads. I think I've decided on 5 on each side. I'm going to have to take this off of the screen just a little bit so I can get my measurements right. I think that looks about right. Remember, I don't measure anything. I just eyeball it. But I thought these would dress up the sides a little bit. Okay, hot glue, here we go. Y'all, this is going to be so cute. You know, sometimes I do a project and I'm like, okay, it's all right. And then sometimes I do a project and I'm like, yeah, that's super cute. This is one of the super cute ones. I'll hold this up and show you after I get them all glued on. Let that hot glue sit for a minute so it can cool down. Okay. I'm so excited. Thank you, Marissa. There are actually lots of crafter clubs or creator clubs out there. I didn't realize that until I got into this business. And I really think it's a great idea too. I always think it's more fun to do things together. Okay, look at my wood beads. They look so cute. Okay, lay it sideways. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a bow. You guys know I always have to use burlap. And this is that frayed edge fringe burlap. I'm going to make a messy bow this morning. Decide about how big I want it to be. About that big. For a messy bow, okay, let me move this out of the way. I don't want to make a mess on my project. I can find a place to lay it. Okay, for a messy bow, what you do is you just cut pieces of whatever ribbon you like. I am very precise. I usually make mine all the exact same length or as close to it as I possibly can. Some people, when they make a messy bow, make them all different crazy lengths and then trim them up later. My brain just won't let me do that. So I picked out several ribbons that I think will match and not like this green. This is more of a green teal than that blue, but I still think once it's in the messy bow, I think it's going to look really cute. So I picked out several ribbons and I'm going to cut 2 of each one. I may go back and add some extra. Actually, I have a little bit of this. It's really pretty. I don't know what you call that design, but it's black and cream. And I think there is just enough. And there's no black in this project, but there's some dark blues in that one floral. This one may be a little bit shorter because I'm just going to have to use what I've got. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. We'll make it work. I just thought this added some extra dimension. I did not have any blue ribbon. I really need to go ribbon shopping. I've got some black and white polka dots, a real thin ribbon. I've got 2 different colors of pink. And this is really sheer. There's a brighter pink and a lighter pink. I don't think it really matters which is which. A couple of those. This one actually, once it's out off of the spool, it almost looks white. Okay, let me see if that's enough. I've actually got, I was trying to decide if I wanted to use this tan and black buffalo check. I really think I do. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but I really just want to add some extra oomph to it. And it's a little thinner ribbon, so it different thicknesses of ribbon really help the messy bow stand out. Okay, so I've got all my pieces. Lay them aside. I'm going to start with my burlap, and basically you just take it and you make an X. Okay, that's it. Just make an X. Then take your next size, make an X. Then I'm going to throw in my green, blue, whatever this color is. I don't want this one on top. Let me think. It kind of needs to be. We'll see how it looks. If I don't like it, I can rip it out. And remember, when you're making something for yourself, it's all about what you like. Okay, that's my almost white color. Here's my black and white polka dots. The brighter pink. Okay, so I've just got a pile in an X shape like that. I've got a piece of jute. Lay it across the top. Lay it across the top. I kind of scrunch it up a little bit together. So just kind of mash it. Flip it over. And then you're going to tie a knot. Really, really tight. The good thing about using this thick, heavy-duty jute, once you get that first part of the knot tied, it won't slip back out. And then you flip it back. And you literally just shape it any way you want it to shape. Now that black is a little bit long and it sticks out more than I want it to. I'm going to trim it off a little bit, make it a little bit shorter so it's not quite so in your face. It's not the one that I wanted to stand out the most. Some of my pinks are a little long. And they're floppy too, so sometimes you have to trim off that floppy stuff. And you kind of want to separate it so you can see all the different elements of the bow. What do you think? Cute? Okay, let me pick up my project, lay it back down here, and my bow is going to go right on the top. I'm not going to put it on the wood. I'm actually going to put it right below the wood. I think it'll stick better to the fabric. I'm just going to put a big glob of hot glue. I want it to really stick. And right there. Okay, I'm really loving it. So you guys tell me what you think. I'll hold it up and show you here in just a second. Let me get some of my mess out of the way. Got spool after spool of ribbons. You just kind of want to fluff it. I could go back and dovetail the ends of these ribbons if I wanted to. Look. How cute is that? And actually the back doesn't look bad because it's got these extra paint sticks on the back to make it steady, make it sturdy. And that is it. So what do you guys think? Tell me if you think it needs anything else. I'll hang out here for a minute. Let's see. My comments. Thank you, Mom. My comments, or when I can read your comments, is a little delayed. You guys actually hear me on a delay. So I will hang out here, give you a minute to answer. This one piece of this is a little bit long too. I'm going to trim it off that bluish green color. I think that's about right. So this, you can hang this anywhere. Hey, Sarah. We just made this really cute Valentine's banner for my front door. This one actually may be given away if the winner of the comment contest today chooses that they don't want the kitchen sign that I'm making tonight, then this would be the option. You could have this one or the kitchen sign. I just noticed that my staples actually went through a little bit. I'll have to hammer them down. I felt something rough on the top here, and my staples were a little bit long, so I'll have to hammer that to make sure that they don't snag. Okay, well, I don't see the extra comments, so I think that we are finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning's project. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all the sprinkles in the comments. And I will put pictures up in a little while of this hanging on the front door or on the wall. So you guys have a blessed day. I will be back live tonight. I'm going to shoot for 7 p.m. Central Time, but I will post to make sure closer to time that's correct. There you go, Marissa. You just asked. I'm going to try for 7 Central. That would be 8 o'clock your time. So hope you guys all have a blessed day, and I will see you again tonight. Bye.